Hello, welcome to Biography TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Biography of Lij Iyasu of Ethiopia. Lij Iyasu was born on the 4th of February 1895 in Wollo during the reign of Menelik II of Ethiopia. His mother, Woizero Shoaregga, was the eldest daughter of Menelik. His father, Ras Mikael, was the governor of Wollo and a dear friend of Menelik. Mikael was named Mohammed Ali after birth and was a Muslim until 1875 when he was forced into Christianity. Emperor Menelik was confronted with the challenging decision of his succession. He needed to timely name an heir before he died, else the nation he had built stood the risk of being dissolved through a civil war, as well as being devoured by European colonial powers. Menelik had 4 people in mind to make heir to the throne. According to the traditional rules of succession, the next direct patrilineal descendant was Dejazmach Wosan Seged, his uncle's grandson. The other 3 likely heirs were all of feminine line. The first of them was his oldest grandson, Shoaregga Menelik, born by his daughter in her first marriage to Wedadjo Gobena. The second heir of the female line was his younger grandson, Lij Iyasu, while the third was his elder daughter, Woizero Zewditu, who was married to Ras Gugsa Welle, nephew of the Empress Taitu. On the 11th of June, 1908, during the time he was still planning his succession, Menelik suffered a stroke while on pilgrimage to Libanos. On the 15th of May, 1909, he finally expressed his decision on his succession. He informed his ministers that Iyasu would succeed him. However, because Iyasu was still really young, Menelik agreed to the suggestion that the elder statesman, Ras Mikael, should be appointed, pending the time Iyasu grew old enough to take over. It was in the same month that Iyasu got married to Woizero Menelik, the daughter of Ras Mikael Johannes and granddaughter of Emperor Johannes IV. She was also a niece of Empress Taitu. Unfortunately for Iyasu, that marriage was annulled before they were joined. Iyasu then married Sabla Wangel Hailu, the daughter of Ras Hailu Tekle Haimanot of Gojam, in April 1910. Emperor Menelik suffered more strokes that made him inactive until his death in 1913. There were several attempts to hinder Lij Iyasu from being crowned. He had to leave the capital to settle at Eastern Shewa, then Libanos, and later Addis Alem, before joining Dejazmach Kabada's expedition into southwest Ethiopia. It was in southwest Ethiopia that Lij Iyasu participated in a series of slave raids, capturing 40,000 men and women, half of whom died of smallpox, dysentery, hunger, and fatigue before arriving at their destination. He eventually returned to the capital and had a conflict with the commander of the imperial bodyguard, requiring the intervention of Abuna Matewos. The conflict was as a result of Iyasu's desire that some ministers be removed from the imperial palace in order to create room for himself. The imperial bodyguard disagreed to this, and angry Iyasu ordered soldiers to surround the palace complex. In 1914, Iyasu assigned Abdullahi Sadiq as governor of Ogaden. However, the British opposed this decision vehemently. In February 1915, he traveled to Harar with Abdullahi Sadiq, who at the time had become his constant companion. They attended a 3-hour service in the largest mosque of the city, and Iyasu was friendly to the Muslim community throughout their stay in Harar. These actions got the Ethiopian priests worried. In August 1915, Iyasu went to French Somaliland in disguise without informing either French diplomats in Addis Ababa or even the colonial government. He spent 2 days there and attended some meetings that were considered strange and highly secretive. This got more people worried. On the 8th of November, he also went to Desi, where he sought the support from the Italians and the nobility of Tigray. 2 days after, he fled to Magdala to seek refuge. It was there that he was surrounded and subjected to an uninspired siege. On the 18th of July 1917, Iyasu slipped through the siege lines and rallied the peasantry of Wollo to revolt. Meanwhile, back in Wollo, on the 27th of August, Habte-Giyorgis-led troops captured many of Iyasu's generals, including Ras Imar. Iyasu immediately fled with some of his men to the desert of the Afar Depression, where he roamed for 5 years. On the 11th of January 1921, he was captured and taken into custody by Gugsa Selassie, who handed him over to the custody of his cousin, Ras Gugsa Welle. Ras Gugsa kept Iyasu in comfortable house arrest at his country home at Fiche. Iyasu's death was announced in November 1935, with the cause unknown. Rumor had it that Emperor Haile Selassie ordered his guards to kill him. Others claimed that he died of natural causes. What have we missed out of this biography of Iyasu? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.